That was the first lesson. The second lesson we've just discussed is basically the fact that Jordan signed with Nike, an amazing, he signed a deal with Nike in 1984 when he was still a rookie. And it was to basically have all of his trainers and all of the products of sneakers that they came up with. Now that deal, actually Jordan wanted to sign with Adidas, but Adidas didn't want Jordan. What a terrible mistake. So we've gone through that already, and basically Adidas did not sign Jordan because they thought that Jordan was not tall enough. So clearly they didn't understand their customer needs as much as they should have done. And as for Converse, who also didn't want to do the deal with Jordan, they already had big players, big superstars on their rosters, including Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. So they said they didn't have, time to dedicate to Jordan. Big mistake when we think about it, because as you know, Jordan brand, the numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. In 2019, Jordan generated $3.1 billion for Nike. This is in 2019. Like, how many years after Jordan has retired? Jordan retired, I think, for the final time back in 2003. So Adidas and Converse missed out big time on this. And at the time that Jordan wanted to sign with Adidas, that was in 84, Adidas was the number one sort of sport apparel kind of company in the world. There was no second to Adidas. Like, they were larger than Nike by 50% in revenue. So Adidas became complacent because they were the number one. They should have known their customers a lot better than that. They didn't. They failed big time. As for Converse, they really didn't realize or didn't fully appreciate the fact that customers and products change. It's not nothing that is static. It's dynamic. You need to constantly keep in mind and assess where in the cycle your product and your service are. And something that you can use to do that is, I'm referring back to my university days when we were learning about the BCG matrix. That's the Boston Consulting Group matrix, that talks about, the stars, the question marks, the dogs, and also the cash cows. Obviously, your product and your services evolve around, the product market share and also the market growth. So, yes, Converse had the superstars, Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, but they failed to recognize that those superstars at some point were going to move into the cash cow categories and later literally just slip even from the category as they progress in their careers. And you constantly need to have a pipeline of product and services that are going to be able to deliver for your clients. And so those are the things that Adidas and Converse failed to identify clearly. So it's something that we really need to take, we need to get the lesson and learn from it, because this is something we need to do for ourselves. And so the other thing, the lesson as well from a personal perspective is that you need to take your business where people want it. So if you are, let's say, employed, or I don't know, if let's say if you're employed, let's take that example. If you are employed and you feel that your employer doesn't value you, your employer doesn't appreciate you, then why are you still there? You have choices. You can go and take your business elsewhere. Remember, you are a business of one. It doesn't matter whether you are employed or you are self-employed or you are an entrepreneur, with your business. You need to take your business where people want it. And when you are actually at the top of your game, don't get complacent. You need to keep hustling as hard as possible, because that's what happened to Adidas. They were complacent and Nike came from behind and literally took over them in no time. So we are now going to talk about